Hello, math humans. We're going to do 1.6b today. We're going to be spending a little bit more time on piecewise functions. So we are going to graph some by hand, and then I will remind you of how to do it in your grapher. All right. So for the first couple, we're going to do them by hand because I will ask you on a test to be able to graph them by hand. So we're going to sketch by hand. Woohoo! We love doing math by hand. Here's going to be your function. I'm going to have 2x plus 3 for x is less than or equal to 1, and a negative x plus 4 for x is greater than 1. Remember, on a piecewise function, it's a collection of pieces of graphs, and their domains have been restricted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my axis, and then I'm going to graph each in pencil, and then that way I can erase what I've done. So if I graph the first equation, its y-intercept is 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then the slope is up 2 over 1, so it's about there. I'm going to sketch that line, and it says x is less than or equal to 1, so that value is defined. Less than or equal to goes to the left, and so then that part goes away. The next one has a y-intercept of 4, and it goes down 1 over 1. Ugh. And I'm going to sketch that line. And it says x is greater than 1, so at 1 there's an open circle, and then greater than means it goes to the right. So then I'm going to erase this little piece. And so then if I just do it in pen so you can see it a little bit better, there's that guy, and here's an open circle, and then here's this guy. Okay? Alrighty, and then I should have labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 my points, and that guy's a 1, and there we go. So pretty easy. Next example, we're going to do the same process. Oh, forgot the X. We're going to sketch by hand. This time my piecewise is going to be, and I'm going to skip one because I can. Woo-hoo-hoo! This is x squared minus 2 for x is less than a negative 2. 5, this is kind of a cool thing. Negative 2 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 0. And then I have 8x minus 5 for x is greater than 0. So this is a piecewise with 3 pieces. We haven't done one like that for a little while. This is a piece of a parabola. This is a piece of a horizontal line. And this is a piece of a line. So I'm going to sketch my graph over there. So I'm just going to start at the top. So x squared minus 2, so it is a parabola who has been shifted down, okay? And so then I'm actually going to solve this so my graph will be a little bit better. So I have x squared minus 2 is 0, x squared is equal to 2, x is going to equal plus or minus the square root of 2, which is plus or minus 1.414. So negative, so it's going to be right about in there. That's going to be an intercept, and that's an intercept. So my parabola, if I try to make it a little bit more accurate, is like that. It says x is less than 2, so here's my negative 2. So I'm going to put an open circle, and I'm going to erase all of this part. There we go. There's the first chunk. Now I have y is equal to 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 5. And y is equal to 5 is a horizontal line. And it goes from a negative 2 to 0. And the endpoints are included. So now I erase, and I'm not going to erase in there because it's just going to screw up my line. So I have solid and closed circles. And 8x minus 5, negative 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a negative 5. My slope is up 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over 1. Maybe I could draw that by hand. So my graph, look at that, close enough, is that. And it says x is greater than 0, so I have an open circle. That guy goes away. Now I can, here's the part of my parabola, make it look a little bit curvier. I have that little piece right there. I had an open circle, and then that's, in theory, a straight line. And that would be that piecewise function. So we have one more example for you, and we'll do that one in our grapher just to go back and remind you how to do a piecewise in your grapher. So we're going to sketch in grapher. And I'm actually not going to transfer it to paper because I want you to just remember the process. So this particular piecewise is going to be 3 minus x squared for x is less than 0, and then x squared plus 2, and then x is greater than or equal to 0. So for this particular piecewise, I have an upside down parabola and a right side up parabola. Remember that when we enter these in our calculator, we're going to do y equals, in parentheses, 3 minus x squared. We're going to divide it by each of the conditions. So that would be the first equation. Second equation would be x squared plus 2 divided by x is greater than or equal to 0. So let me get out my handy dandy grapher. Clear that cool guy. Clear. All right, so the first one is 3 minus x squared, and I'm going to divide it by x. Remember, you have to do second test to get to the inequalities, and I'm going to put a 0, and then I'm going to enter my second equation, which is x squared plus 2, and I'm going to divide it by x second test. Oops, second test is greater than or equal to 4, 0. Sometimes we miss buttons, and I'm going to do a zoom 6. Okay. So there is the left-hand parabola, the right-hand parabola, and let me move this up a little bit so you can see it better. So that's kind of cool. Your grapher won't show you where the open and closed circles are. Gosh, that might get seasick if you look at it too long. So you do have to make sure that when you're sketching that by on your paper that you would include that relevant information. All right, my lovelies. That is it for today. Nice and sweet video. I will see you soon.